Hi folks, welcome back to what I'm hoping is going to be the final recording session of this epic China playthrough in Hearts of Iron 4. And I just want to say before we jump in, a huge great big thanks to all of you who stuck this out so far in the series. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's gone on a lot longer than I ever anticipated it would. I mean, I imagined we might have actually lost the war by 1939 in the worst case scenario. But here we are in 1961, potentially taking over the entirety of Asia and Europe. It's bizarre. But anyway, I want to draw it to a close. So with that in mind, we're going to knock out the Soviet Union and their allies. We've had a look at that, actually. The key players in this war seem... Actually, this is a separate war down here. I seem to be involved in a separate war with just the African Union, which is Ethiopia. We can probably get those going quite fast. But important factions in the Soviet Union, or the Comintern. Let's see. They're surrounded by these gold things. We've got the Democratic People's Republic of Senegal. I need to go and see where that is. And obviously the Soviet Union, which is there, they are on the way. We've got an exciting plan to knock those out. Like Soviet France and stuff, they don't seem to be major players in this, which is great. And then Soviet Sweden actually is, surrounded by gold. I think that means they're one of the major powers in this war. So, well, Japan seems to be dealing with them. We need to knock out the USSR. We've got Ethiopia. I think we can bring an army. We should have an army spare over here. A little bit of housekeeping to do before we get going on this. So let me bring in some forces that look like they might be spare. Stillwell's men, probably we could do that. Let's bring them over to somewhere where we've got a nice big fat port. Karachi should do. And then we're going to navally invade, which is a bit of a jump from there, but it's fine. We're going to navally invade the Soviet Union here, and we're just going to knock out Ethiopia, because why not? Let's tidy things up. Speaking of tidying things up, we need one of Stillwell's allies. I think this green army is sitting around doing nothing. Yeah, now this is kind of important because we have... I sent the Mountain Division to come and do this, and it's bungled. So let's first off give this army a frontline order onto here and make sure they get there as fast as possible. We've got a Mountain Division cut off up there. Now, they're in a town. The supplies will hopefully hold out for quite some time. What we absolutely need to do is try and link that back up. I've got 8 divisions. I've got 8 odd divisions of troops here that are just kind of cut off. I think I should try and pull those back. They're in 2 different armies. They're cut off from the rest of the army, so they're in the way, basically. Let me see if I can just pull them back, Adno, to here. The other ones I was thinking of maybe sending up there. Also the mountain troops, let's make sure we just want to cancel this and just halt their offensive because they're running into supply issues, as you could probably anticipate. Although the supply situation isn't desperate. There is a depot here. Let's link that up to that. And just get these going a bit better. It's not terrible around here, but it's certainly not good. And we've got more supplies situations coming from here. So let's link that up to a major. That is a bizarre way of drawing it, but I'll take it. And just these ones that we're drawing in, I'm just... Oh, okay, well, we're fine. We have so many civilian factories now. The armies are just sort of taking control over this bit in the Middle East, which is fine. I don't want to focus too much on that. I just don't want to lose that division there. The important stuff that we need to focus on is knocking out the USSR over here. And in order to do that, we are going to use our atomic bombs to flatten resistance in this area so we can drive on Moscow. That's the plan. We need to get some supply built up over here first, though. Otherwise, there's no point trying to push through. You can see the situation with supplies everywhere is so bad. I'm going to put one in there. And then we're going to have to definitely build... I'm rather hoping we can get away without having to build supplies up there, but I don't think we can, because it is just awful. So let's bring this back from where we've gone before. And someone mentioned that my railway pathing is atrocious, making their eyes bleed. Yeah, it's functional, right? It's just functional. We've generally got good supply across everywhere that we need to, so it works. What can I say? I was never a model railway enthusiast as a kid. Let's see. We're going to link them all up. It's not just about linking supplies up. It's also giving your troops easy access to move around and stuff. So, besides, it makes sense to. Anyway, that should be fine. The supply depots we're going to just chuck up to the top, and also some of these more recent railways. I don't know what we're knocking out there, which is probably going to cost us something we need later on. So much to do. Anyway, we'll get the supply situation improved here. I'm going to bring the armor. I think we had the armor retreating somewhere, didn't we? Retreating back to here. And we've also got the mobile force as well, which is going to come up, and I think we're going to just take this railway line here to this town and this junction. It'll be a small cut-off, but it's also... Let's get them in place. And then we'll get the cavalry and the mechanized stuff in there. It'll do the job quite nicely, actually. So that's fine. It's not a big effort. It should just tidy up our supply situation. And then once we've done that, I think that'll be the force that drives up there, cutting this bit off. But more importantly, because there's nothing much in here really to get, it just allows this army then to sort of sweep forward, and it gives us more fronts to drive on Moscow. So with that in mind, we can also do some mischief over here. Let's bring these guys over to, let's say, Dublin. Dublin's good. And we'll bring another army across. I'll have to change the template on these as well. We'll put these in Cork. I'm going to bring these guys into Europe to open some other fronts to draw away more enemy troops so that we don't have to engage them later. We're going to put this as, let's have a look, just aggressive infantry. I've got supplies for this, which is cool. So I'm not overly concerned about how this is going to go. You don't need to be the best template at all. Also, while I'm looking around just before the stream, so I always have a quick 5 minutes look to see what needs sorting out. I noticed that these like reservists down here, I'd set them to use the the Amtrak infantry template. I must have clicked on an army by mistake and done it. It certainly wasn't intentional. So yeah, we spot mistakes like that. So in here, let me put some scout planes. We want these, don't we? So we've got enough of these. Let's go for 3. And we set these off onto different areas. So they're going to go scouting. We kind of want to... Okay, we've got some over there. That's fine. Let's open up so we can see elsewhere. We've got scouts over there. And these ones. It'll be interesting if it just lights anything up. Let's go over Ukraine. See what's going on down there as well. Oh, actually, yeah, let's have a look at the industry, because I have a feeling I'm probably making far more scout planes than I ever need to. Yeah, we've cut back on the naval bombers, because naval bombers don't have a lot of work at this time. The we've got 1,500 war trains. That's kind of a lot. The strategic bombers we've got a nice amount of. Are the scout planes down the list? Oh, the transport planes. Let's put some more factories into that, because they've taken some casualties. We've had a load of railway guns, which I've not actually assigned to anything. They're the carriers stuff. The carriers are doing their things. The scout planes. They must be further up. Did I miss them? There they are. So, yeah, I'm probably making... Considering how many we need, I'll cut that down to 2 factories. I don't need more than that. That's making 1 a week. And we've got 200. You only need 10 in an air wing, so... 1 a week doesn't sound like much, though, does it? I'll leave it on 3. The light tanks. I'm going to guess we actually have a lot of these. It's anti-tank is the only real thing. And motorized rocket artillery are the only real things we need to worry about. So let's find them in the list. They're further down. Advanced anti-air. That was something that we always had a shortage of. Yeah, okay. So I've not been making many of these. Let's put some in. And the advanced anti-tank, another 5 factories in there. Because I am actually using motorized rocket artillery now, or rocket artillery anyway. What about the trucks? We've got loads of mechanized stuff, which is great. Just good old-fashioned trucks. Okay. 117,000. I think we can probably reduce the factory usage of that a little bit now. And we'll put this into support equipment, which is... And we'll put some more into there. Support equipment we always seem to be short of in this game. I do use a lot of it. Right, that will do, I think. Let's get things rolling. We're still bombing Moscow, which is cool. So we're trying to make some progress here. I've just sent a general attack order in. These guys have arrived and are instantly out of supply. Is supply that bad around here? Just in that area, and I think it's because I've got too many troops in, so... So to ease this, because I think these guys can probably manage this quite fine. Without any assistance from me. Did I leave one there? I think I left one there. And then, I mean, my forces are breaking through, which is good. Some supplies have got through. It's excellent. So we're going to cut this off. I didn't. I stupidly didn't leave one in there. So that is a potential mistake. That'll all be surrounded. The supplies will all get nicely tidied up. Let's bring in some tanks to sort of speed this process up a little bit. That's how we like to do the things. Got another 5 tanks there. And we've got some Amtrak infantry, which honestly could do with just a bit of training, I think. Supply consumption. It's all about supplies at the end. I don't know what you guys think about the current game in having to consider supplies so heavily. It's a very realistic thing, and planning your attacks along routes of supply, rivers, rail, things like that. Something else to consider and look out for. Oh, it looks like we lost that guy in the mountains there. Okay, it's a shame we lost a mountaineer, but I guess these things happen. That's okay. I don't need to worry about that. We're just going to go for the quick knockout if we can. And if we grab the Soviet Union stuff here, there should be so many victory points here that will come in from the north and we'll just crush this stuff. That's I think, how we're going to do it. Anyway, where were we going? So things are progressing quite well. Might not even need this fancy cut-off that I was planning. It looks like my guys are just rolling into Moscow. This is excellent. So it's working better than anticipated. Let's crush those. Tidy this off. I mean, the enemy are just... They've got no chance. No chance. I don't think I even need to use the nuclear bombs. I mean, I'd need to put something in... Hang on, I can do that now. Give me some... Have we got jet fighters? We've got modern small airframe. I might have to go for the advanced small. Do we have any more jets? No, I'll go for the advanced one. They will upgrade as the time comes. And we'll put them on this. And we're going to put them on that. So... Yeah, the air situation is a mess. But I think as soon as we knock out the USSR, and I think they're going to go down fairly quickly, then we won't need to worry about all that sort of stuff. So, did we get in here? I think we did. So let me bring... Who are these guys? Oh, they're doing something else, aren't they? Which reminds me, that was such a lucky one to click on. I'd totally forgotten about the plan I'd made with Stilwell's army. Go and invade. We're going to go and invade down here. So, we are at war with them. They must be in the thing. Right, let's click on that. We'll remember to come back at that at some later date. I'm going to check I hadn't given these other guys orders. They're sitting in reserve. And they're now on the front line, getting a little bit hungry. Because I'm going to guess there's no food. Well, there could be food. Oh, it's just waiting for railways to build. That's no problem then. That's no problem. Did our friends make it over to here yet? Nope. We've got armies coming across the sea. I'm thinking of dropping these into the back of Europe just to cause some stuff, some chaos. and draw some enemy soldiers away from the front. Anything that shortens this war a bit, I think, is going to be a good idea. Do you not get that? There's something still in there? Wow, okay. I thought we'd have knocked everything out there. Ah, railway guns. Railway guns. How do I even access them? Because I know you can assign them to armies. You can like manually move them. Do we? I don't even know how to access them, actually. Are they listed up here? That's a very good question. I know how to build them. I don't know how to place them. Anyway, I'm sure you guys will answer in the comments. I don't actually need to know for the time being, because I think things are so fast moving, and at the front line the railways are all knocked out anyway, that it's not going to matter. And we have nukes now, so that's going to be our weapon of choice for breaking deadlocks. Did we get in there? We did. Brilliant. So now that the armor can pull back to a nice safe place like that. And basically, I can send the cavalry up. Can we do those first? We probably want to come into this from two different angles, don't we? I have a horrible feeling that if I go up here, we're going to be into massive supply issues. So we'll put them there and we'll just wait for the situation to improve. So going off down here. Yeah, supply's not good. We can do that, which might help a bit on both of those. But yes, there's an awful lot of... You can definitely come out of there. Can I just move them then? Oh, they were in combat. Fair enough. Fair enough. So you guys, there's no reason here. Into Mosul. Come on. Let's go and sweep around all that and just tidy that up. That should then disappear. It looks like we do have stuff on the front line here that needs a good kick in, though. Iraqi government. Yeah, we'll put them back. I don't need to hold on to Iraq for myself. It's not something I originally planned. So that bit's nicely tidied up. So the invasion of this area is going to take a little while. I don't foresee too much in the way of resistance. This is just going ahead. I mean, tanks or no tanks. That's not one of mine, is it? Yeah, so this, I mean, I don't know how many hundreds of hours I've got in this game, and there's still mechanics that are a mystery to me. So this is going ahead quite nicely. I think it helps that we are advancing down a railway here, which has already been built by our enemies. So, I mean, that was the right way to go, wasn't it? The trick is now, I think, to go and find our armor. In fact, let's bring the whole red army in for this. Amtraks and everything. So where's our advance going to go from? I can see a rail junction here. That's leading to the south, so there's no particular benefit. This is the main railway. Okay, bring them in here. I'm going to make a stab for Moscow. I'm just going to go for it with everything I've got, because I don't think there's much in the way. Meanwhile, thought I brought some cavalry and some other stuff up here. I did, and it's a little bit peckish. So I need to find... I'm pretty sure... Do you know what I'm just going to do? I'm just going to do that, because I think the infantry is going to follow me in. I hope they're going to follow me in. We're going for a mass run across country with no supplies. This is likely to go horribly, horribly wrong. But that's how we like to play. Fast and loose with sensible rules. Did I actually get that armor in there?
是的，长官。准备。
You guys are all supposed to be railroading in. They might have got caught up in a fight. So, the cavalry. It went through. I might put some mechanized stuff onto the thing behind it so it doesn't get cut off. Can't remember the route I'm taking. We'll follow them along. I mean, what I'm sending in will eat up a ton of supplies as well. The tanks are in place. There is literally nothing in the way. So let me get onto the Amtrak stuff. So we're going to make sure that we leave a nice, solid defensive corridor behind. That should be Moscow taken, which won't be the end of the war by any means, but it's going to hasten it. Put you onto training. There's no need for us to overly rush this. Where should we invade? Should we go for France? I don't know if we can get Soviet Norway. Soviet Norway needs to go, doesn't it? Soviet Denmark. Oh, let's go for Soviet Denmark, actually, because that might give us a route into Soviet Sweden, which is something that does need to go. So I'm going to have a go for... I don't know if I can supply the guys up here, actually. So this might be a disaster. Actually, no, I don't think it will. I'm gonna go in for Hamburg. Or Hamburg, as it's probably better known. Right, we're going in. We're going in big time as well. All along the coast. And we're going to go for some of these places. Actually, that one doesn't need to go. So, I was going to bring the other guys in and invade somewhere else. I think I'm going to send both armies in there. When the time comes. I'll sail the other guys in when they finish training. I won't navally invade. I've probably got the capacity to do it. How's Stillwell doing? Can we see him? He's got another 30 days to go. So how's the stab going up here? Drive in. Some of them are taking a shortcut. The cavalry's going for it. What I kind of need to do is to make sure that we can meet up at the other end. And actually, all that stuff in the middle is going to be cut off. So at this point, we take this army and we give them an attack order to go all along the coast like this. Hang on, it's a bit of a mess, is this one? Hang on. Can't see where I'm going. Oh, I don't want to go down there. There. Do that. And trigger it. Because I think they'll go... Certainly up here, they'll go straight in. And they'll get that. There shouldn't be too many issues at all. So we've got these two guys in. And we're running into supply issues. But the cavalry's coming. Right. Let's just go... We don't need all them guys going in there. But we've nearly got that. The cut-off is done. This lot's going to crumble. It doesn't have much say in the matter, really. And at that point, it's just really a case of just pushing forwards, I think, in the odd place. And did we get into Moscow? We got held up short. So what we need to do is have half of those going down there. I'm going to guess this is fortified to hell. Isn't it? It's going to be fortified to hell. let me send some Amtrak dudes over here and into there. I want to take the forts around this place before they get really dug in. Actually, you know what we can do? I'm going to need air superiority over here, aren't I? So, do we have another... We have an airfield. Where were you going? Central Russia. I might need some more planes for this. Let me put another 100 fighters in. Hang on, that can't be all we've got. That's not showing up right. That can't be showing up right. That makes very little sense. Give us an airfield somewhere. There must be another one that we can... Oh, we've nearly got this one, actually. Oh, no, we haven't. We're not going for that. Probably reach it from here. We can fit some in. Huh, really? How is that? Show only fighters. So what happened to all the other stuff that we had? I'm a little confused by that, because I'm pretty sure they're not all in the air right now. Is there anything in there? I don't think there's anything in there. Meanwhile, what else have we got? We've got 5 lots of tanks. I think the Amtrak stuff is helping here. So U5. No, not all 10. Oh, we've got some going in there. That's fine then. We just want to surround the place. And once we've got it surrounded, we will go in for a hit. I feel like my game is currently breaking. It's got itself somewhat confused. I'm going to take all those guys and put them up there. Because now we've got in there, I'm going to take all of you guys and actually retreat you down to... I just need to get them out of the way for supplies because they are eating up far too much. Would anyone like to go and kill this chap here? Just go and finish that off. Anyway, they will take care of that. The Soviet Union must be nearly on its knees. Soviet Island. They had quite a reach of influence, didn't they, at one point? So let's just expand our front a little bit there. I'll leave one and move another one on. Hang on, what's going on here? Let's see if we can get that finished off and in there. Our guys are moving in. For reasons I'm not too sure, because I feel like we've got to the end of our... Oh, hang on, we're retreating quite heavily in some of these places. This has got to be supply, right? This has got to be supply. Yeah, it's not looking great. I'm going to stick at the end of this an extra supply hub. And for all... We shouldn't need it. I'm going to put it in so it's just there doing its thing. I think one of the big problems we have is that there's too many soldiers in too small an area. Who's in this? So they are at war. They're at war with us, right? So who's in control of this? This is Army Group 2. What's going on here?